Hey guys, and welcome back to another new Animal Crossing video. I'm ChillingCharly, and today we're going to be going over the top 10 most popular villages in Animal Crossing as of July 2020. Now this is a community list, so people from the Animal Crossing community have voted on this, and it's actually coming from a website called Animal Crossing Portal. They do this every single month, and I thought it'd be really fun to go over the top 10 that we actually have this month. So if you're excited, be sure to leave a like, and let's get straight into this. In at number 10, we have Bo. I can definitely see him being on the list. Bo has always been a really popular character. He was introduced in Animal Crossing New Leaf, and he's a lazy deer. He has always been insanely popular. Back in Animal Crossing New Leaf days, he was hugely popular, probably one of the absolute most popular villages in the game, and it's good to see that hasn't changed. I do find him really cute. I think he has a really cool house in the game as well. The only thing that I kind of can't unsee about him is if you look at his eyes, they're like human skin toned, which makes it look like he's wearing a deer costume, like he's a person wearing a deer costume. Maybe you won't be able to unsee that now that I've mentioned it. I'm sorry if that is the case, but yeah, that's kind of what he reminds me of. In at number 9 we have Anka, and once again Anka is one of those characters who has been really popular for such a long time. In fact, at a time she probably was one of the absolute most popular characters in the game, probably like right near the top of the list, and I guess not too much has changed, but number 9 I guess isn't as high as it perhaps may have been in the past. But yeah, she's still a great character and still clearly beloved by players because she has such a unique sort of theme to her. She is an Egyptian cat, it fits so well, and if you can get lucky on your island as well, you could have these two living together, and I think that'd be a perfect combination. She also has a really amazing house. I absolutely adore her house in pretty much all of the Animal Crossing games. So yeah, Anka is definitely a great character and one that is just beloved by Animal Crossing fans, and I don't blame them, to be honest. She really is a great Animal Crossing character. In at number 8 we have Audie. Now whilst I'm sad she's not right near the top of this list, or the bottom, or whatever you want to say, I love Audie. She's one of my absolute favourite new characters in the game. Audie is a peppy wolf character, and she was actually introduced for the very first time in Animal Crossing New Horizons, so that makes her quite a special character indeed. And don't get used to not seeing new characters on this list, because there will be a few more. I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, you'll definitely see a few more on this list. Audie is absolutely one of the best though, and she's actually my favourite out of all of the new characters that they introduced in this game. I think she is adorable. A peppy wolf is a really great concept. We haven't had one of those before. She is the very first, and she has these cool accessories as well. I love the villages that have their own accessories. So Audie has her Gucci shades, which are just incredible, and you can actually wear a pair of these yourself in the game. So if you want to match with Audie, you can do that, and who wouldn't, honestly. In at number 7 we have a very famous Animal Crossing villager. We have Roald the penguin. Roald is hugely popular. He is a chunky meme boy who has some really popular memes about him on Twitter and such. I've seen a few of them, and yeah, Roald is just beloved. He's actually a jock, which may surprise some of you guys, but you know, he's got those gains, he works out, he's pretty swole. You could put the instant muscles suit on him to get a really good effect, you know, to see the pure swollenness of Roald, but otherwise he's gonna have to wear this sort of plaid, I guess it'd be called, shirt. I don't know, but yeah, I like Roald. He reminds me of the penguins from Mario 64, so that's a bit charming. I'll be honest though, he's not one of my absolute favorites. I probably wouldn't have voted him into number 7. Sorry Roald fans, I do still really like him. I do think he's great, but perhaps not one of my absolute favorites in the game. I don't know, maybe I can be convinced. Otherwise you guys can tell me why he's so amazing in the comment section down below. In at number 6 we have Marina. No surprise to me that Marina is here and pretty low down on the list because she is really adorable. She's always been hugely popular. I used to trade for villagers in the Animal Crossing forums back in the day, and she was always one of the ones who was going for a ton of bells back then because we didn't have Nook Mile tickets. So Marina was one of those characters that was highly sought after. Not much has changed. I've seen people doing crazy Nook Mile ticket hunts for her. Who can really blame them though? She actually did live on my island for a bit, but I'll be honest, I moved her out for someone else just because, I don't know, I already had her for a long time in Animal Crossing New Leaf, so I kind of wanted someone new living on my island. But, you know, Marina is still a really great character, and she's one of those characters that when you do get her living in your town or island, you tend to feel really happy about it. She was actually introduced for the very first time in the Animal Crossing game for the GameCube, but it was the Japanese only release, so she wasn't too popular back then, but as the games went on and she got introduced into the main ones, which we had, you know, worldwide, she became really popular, and it's very justified. In at number 5, we have Judy. Now, I know quite a few of you guys don't really like Judy from previous videos that I've made. I've seen quite a lot of people call her creepy and they don't like her eyes and stuff. And you know what, I can see that. I personally really like Judy. I have her living on my island now, and she's actually one of my favorites out of the new characters. But I can kind of see why people might not like her as much, you know. I just think she has really great facial expressions and she's quite an animated character, so they did a good job creating her. I'll be honest, before this, the only cub that I really liked was probably Stitches. I guess I kind of liked Maple a bit too, but yeah, I'm happy to see them add a new cub that I can really enjoy because I just think she's really cute. Again, maybe she doesn't have the most fans out there, but she's got to be popular enough to make it to number 5 on this community voted list. So yeah, it's good to see Judy get some of the love, even though I did kind of think that maybe people didn't like her so much. I'm happy about that. In at number 4, we have Zucker. And this may be a bit of a controversial opinion, but he's probably the only one on this list I actually don't really like. Hear me out on this. I used to think Zuck was pretty cool, but having him live on my island, I just kind of got a bit tired of him. I see so many people talking about him, which is justified because he has such a unique design and he's one of the rare octopus villagers. But to be honest, I think I prefer Octavian than him. Octavian has a sort of more classic look that I really enjoy. And I don't know, Zucker, I can see the appeal to him, but I've never been a huge fan of him. I personally would not eat him either, because he is supposed to be like a takoyaki ball, I guess, of food, and I don't know, I feel a bit unsettled by him is what I'm trying to say, I guess, and his new render is especially like, it looks almost like a shiny toy. I don't know, I kind of like that, actually, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm not his hugest fan, but I know you guys probably do love him. In at number 3, we have Sherb, and this one surprised me. Now, I like Sherb, I think he's really cute, but number 3, I really didn't expect to see that. That shocked me. I could think of many others that I would have probably put higher than him. But hey, Sherb is apparently loved by people, and that's totally fair. He is a new villager, he is a lazy goat, and he's probably the cutest goat in the game. I've got to give him that title. He's really great. I do love Sherb a lot. He has this nice sort of like light blue color scheme, and he's actually lived on my island a few times. He moved into my island first during my Let's Play series of the game, and he actually gave me a gravestone, which I found a bit terrifying. But you know what, it was kind of a cool gift. I didn't have the gravestone item up until that point. So that's sort of my main memory with Sherb in the Animal Crossing games at this point, you know, him giving me the gravestone. But hey, he did his darndest, and I'm happy for it. Thank you, Sherb, for the gravestone. It is much appreciated. Thank you, my friend. In at number 2, I'm sure all of you saw this coming, but maybe not at number 2, we have Raymond, the real estate cat. Raymond is the first smug cat in the game. He has multicolored eyes, and he happens to go for a whole ton of Nook Mile tickets online. And yeah, even goes for real money on eBay, a lot of real money on eBay. Raymond is one of those characters who is so popular he has earned the dislike of many players. Not myself, actually, I really like him, he's one of my faves. But not because he's popular, just because he's a cool looking character. So yeah, I know I'm going to see a lot of comments about how Raymond is overrated, and maybe you're right about that. But I do think it's justified for him to be near the top. He's such a popular character, and he's made a big sort of cultural impact. Just remember, this isn't a list of the objective, like, best characters or something. This is a list of the most popular characters. And just because a character is popular doesn't necessarily mean they are bad. It just means that a lot of people really like them. And you know, we can sort of choose ourselves whether to like these characters or not. Me personally, I do, but it has no bearings on the fact that he's popular. I just like him, he's a cute cat, and I like all the cats. Now, in at number 1, I guess it must seem fairly obvious given who number 2 is. It is Marshall. Marshall remains an insanely popular character who has only been taken off the number 1 spot a few times in history, probably by Raymond. Yes, Marshall is just hugely popular. Notice how both of these characters have a blonde fringe, by the way. I just had to point that out. And they're both smug as well. So these characters were both introduced in a in a recent time, Marshall was introduced in New Leaf and Raymond was introduced in New Horizons, and Marshall has stayed one of the most popular characters in the game. He is adorable and grumpy looking, but he's actually quite friendly, even though he does look grumpy, and I can see why people love him. He's another one of those characters that goes for a ton of Nook Mile tickets. So yeah, if you have Raymond and you want to get rid of him, or you have Marshall and you want to get rid of him, you know, you could probably get some Nook Mile tickets for these two, or you could just give them away, I don't know. But yeah, they're both cool characters, and I guess that's our list. We have Marshall at number 1, with Raymond following closely behind at number 2. What did you guys think of this list? Do you sort of agree with these being the most popular characters, or do you disagree? You can let me know in the comment section down below. You can also tell me who your favorite is out of this list as well. It was really fun to do, and of course thanks to Animal Crossing Portal, who actually sort of makes these lists every month with their community voting. So yeah, that was really great to do, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to help support the channel, click the join button down below the video to become a member of the Bob's Gang. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, you can leave a like, and you can also subscribe for even more Animal Crossing content. You can check me out on Instagram and Twitter, and you can also check out my Discord and my merch in the link below, or you can check out the 2 videos to the right side of the video. It's all up to you. Thanks once again for watching this video.